Good evening and welcome. Welcome to Divine Healing Valley Spirituality and Healing Meet. And today we are here for a weekly Wednesday meet. And the topic for today is who has seen the post? कितने लोगों ने post देखा आज? Yeah, Gunjan, of course I know. Vijay ji has seen that. Okay, great. So let me tell you the topic. The topic is love, romance, and intimacy, and the three P's. The three P's. So we're going to look at what are the three P's and how love, romance, and intimacy is present in our life. So we are going to talk on broadly and introspection. It is an introspection into your life. तो हम सब ये देखेंगे कि जो भी यहाँ पे हम डिस्कस करेंगे, you have to see that how it is present in your life, not in the lives of other people. हाँ, अपने पड़ोसी के बारे में नहीं सोचना है, अपने पड़ोसी के जिंदगी के बारे में नहीं सोचना है, अपनी जिंदगी के बारे में सोचना है. क्या मेरी लाइफ में लव, रोमांस एंड इंटीमेसी है, कहाँ पे है और कहाँ पे नहीं है, एंड उसी के ऊपर हम आज डिटेल्स में इंक्वायरी करेंगे. And we will see what are the realities in which we are living. Correct? So when you hear this topic, love, romance, and intimacy, forget the three P's. Three P's के बारे में हम बाद में बात करेंगे क्या क्या है. But क्या ये आपकी लाइफ में प्रेजेंट है, कहाँ पे कितना प्रेजेंट है, कहाँ प्रेजेंट नहीं है, ये क्यों जरूरी है, और अगर जरूरी है तो जब भी आपकी रिलेशनशिप में ये है, लाइफ में ये है, तो कैसी लाइफ है, और अगर ये नहीं है तो फिर लाइफ कैसी है. तो ये हमको बेसिकली आज इंक्वायरी करनी है. यस, एंड एज यू ऑल नो, दिस इज इन वेरी क्लोज कनेक्शन विथ आवर अपकमिंग program. So we have a relationship seminar which is coming up on this Saturday onwards, 27th July. It's 11 session seminar and it is on Saturdays. So this is basically, you can say, a trailer for that program. And also we are coming up with a spiritual NLP program, which is batch number 2, starting from 4th August. And that is upcoming program, right? So today we are going to talk of, obviously, love, romance, and intimacy. We are talking of the introduction to the relationship seminar. Yes? Okay. So now over to some people who want to share. What do you understand by the topic and how much is this relevant to you? All of you must have seen the teaser video which we have circulated in the post. So all of you must have seen that video. How many of you connect with that video? आपके लाइफ में कहाँ लव, रोमांस, रिलेशनशिप में लव, रोमांस एंड इंटीमेसी है या नहीं है, या आप चाहते हैं, या उतना नहीं है जितना होना चाहिए. तो जो भी आपकी रियलिटी है उसके बारे में आप थोड़ा सा शेयर कर सकते हैं. एंड देन वी विल गो इनटू द इंक्वायरी. यस, यस गुंजन, यू वांट टू शेयर? हाँ या ना? आपने रेस किया है या नहीं किया?
यस सर.
Go ahead.
नहीं किया तो नहीं था, बट आई कैन शेयर.
Yeah, go ahead. If you want to share something, go ahead.
या डेफिनेटली सर, कई रिश्तों में कमियां होती हैं, तो मेरी लाइफ में भी है ऐसे कोई रिलेशनशिप जहां कमी है. मैं अपनी तरफ से बहुत मेहनत भी कर रही हूँ, हीलिंग भी भेज रही हूँ, बट इट्स नॉट अफेक्टिंग द अदर पर्सन. So I'm really looking forward for the relationship program.
Okay, very good, wonderful. So you are at the right place.
Maybe I am also lacking somewhere.
It is not lacking, it is like missing. Something is missing and we are not even aware that it is missing.
Yeah.
तो उसमें lack नहीं बोलेंगे, उसमें missing वाला part है. So if you provide that missing part, it becomes whole and complete. That's how we need to look at life. Life में कुछ वैसा नहीं होता कि lack कर रहा है. Life is perfect the way it is. But हमारी लाइफ में हमको पूरा एक्सपीरियंस नहीं मिल रहा तो कुछ मिसिंग है, और अगर वो मिल जाए, मिसिंग लिंक मिल जाए, तो पजल पूरा हो जाता है ना? तो लुक एट इट दैट वे. सो इट इज एन एक्साइटिंग गेम. यू हैव टू फाइंड द मिसिंग लिंक. हाँ, पहले करते थे ना पजल सॉल्व. तो एक मिसिंग, एक पीस मिसिंग होता है तो पजल नहीं बनता है. जैसे ही एक पीस मिल जाता है, पजल इज कंप्लीट. So that is how you need to look at your life. Correct? Okay, good. Yes. Good, Gunjan.
Thank you.
So while we are looking into this inquiry of how much of love, romance, and intimacy is present in our life, we should also look at what is the design of a human being. right? So we're going to look at what is the design of a human being. तो हमारी जो existence है, हम 3 level पे exist करते हैं. We are all human beings. We are all human beings, right? Yeah, no doubt. So we have a being part of it. तो जो being part है हमारा, वो है, you can say at the soul level, correct? Then we have at the doing level. If there is a disturbance, please go on mute. So if there is a, so first we are talking of the being level. पहला existence जो है हमारा being पे होता है, being level. Second existence is at the doing level. And the third is the experience of life. So all the experiences are in the having domain. So 3 domains of existence क्या है हमारे? Being, doing and having. Everybody okay with this? Yeah. Being, doing and having. So as we are human being, we have a design element of being. बोलते हैं ना हमारा being क्या है? So being is the fundamental, which I would say is at the soul level. At the doing domain, it is all the product of karma, which is the mind. So thoughts, words and actions जो हैं, वो सारे के सारे आपके doing domain में आते हैं. तो even thinking is a part of doing. Saying, words हैं, तो saying is also part of the doing. And of course, actions are definitely the part of doing. है ना? तो thought, words and deeds are the doing domain. और जब हम कुछ करते हैं तो क्या होता है? Result आता है, which is an experience. And that is in the having domain. Correct? Now look into your life and see, when you are saying, is love present in my life? Are you talking of the having domain? Experience में चाहिए ना हमको. So we are talking of the having domain. Clear? Romance लाइफ में है या नहीं है? मिसिंग है या एक्सपीरियंस में है? Again, it is in the having domain. Excuse me. And also, the third element that we were talking of, intimacy, ये भी आपके having domain में है. तो हम अपनी लाइफ को हमेशा एक्सपीरियंशियल फॉर्म में जब देखते हैं, it is always we are focusing on the having domain. Correct? But all the experiences, what is the source of all the experiences? It is in the being domain. Who are you being? Making sense? So if your being is of that of a successful person, your experience of love, romance and intimacy in the having domain will be different. That means if you're a winner, if you're being a winner, आपका experience life का कुछ different होगा. And if you're being a loser, आपका experience life का totally different होगा. Yes or no? In this context, look at how love, romance and intimacy is present in your life. And then we will look into the actual agenda of the discussion today, which is the 3 P's. We're going to look into that. Yes. So what is opening up for people? Anything anybody wants to share? Meanwhile, let me welcome the guests who have just joined in. So, Parina Suji, welcome. Simi ji, welcome. Namaskar. Sanjeev, your take on.
Thank you so much, sir.
Yeah. Right. So be in the session and share whenever you feel it is okay for you. Sanjeev, anything you would like to add? Or we will look for some sharing first?
I can say something,
Sure.
but I'm looking for some sharing. If somebody can share right now, else I'll speak.
Okay. So who would like to share? क्या अभी तक जो
So
बोला
I can
है,
say
क्या
that
लाइफ में
whoever-
कुछ? हाँ, good, good.
जितने जन स्क्रीन पे देख रहे हैं, तो I would like to invite, if no one is sharing, so Vijay ji, I would like to invite you. Why don't you speak something? That's the advantage of being on screen. Vijay ji, you are on mute mode. I think there's something challenge with Vijayji. By the time Vijayji settles, let me reach out to Rupa. Rupa, what's your point of view? Let me hear from you.
Are you serious? I was just waiting for somebody to start off this thing, talking about the love, romance, and intimacy, and giving me a, like a base, a ground to talk about it. So
Just share from your life, Rupa. Just share from your life what is present, what is missing, or what is present and what is missing. That's what we are looking at. Okay. And then slowly we will actually look at what is actually missing, which you can provide. Okay.
So what do you want to listen for as far as love is concerned? Okay, let me ask you this. What do you want to listen? Love means kya love? Love from children, love from what do you mean by that? Give me the thing so I can talk to you.
Okay, so hold on, be in an inquiry and share whenever you feel is comfortable. Okay.
Yeah, are you talking of my partner, or are you talking of what way you're talking?
Whatever is present in your life. If you are experiencing love with the partner, share that. If you're experiencing love anywhere else, you share that. Maybe with your parents, with your children. Because relationship, see, in life, there is only relationships. You don't exist without relationships. अगर आपकी लाइफ से सारे रिलेशनशिप, अभी एक मिनट आप सुन लो, अब आप बोल रहे हो तो पहले मैं बता रहा हूँ, तो आप सुन लो पहले, फिर शेयर करना आराम से, ठीक है?
Okay.
As a soul, I am playing many roles in my life. Yes or no?
Correct.
Yes.
Correct.
So, as a soul, I'm playing different roles. So, I am a father, I am a son, I am a husband, I am a friend, I am a neighbor. So, these are the different roles I am playing. I am a relative, correct? Now, in each role, there are some responsibilities, there are some rights, there are some duties, which I am fulfilling in my life. In that experience of life that I am having, is love, romance, and intimacy present? That's all I'm asking. If it is present, great, share that. If it is missing, share that. Then we will see what can be done or what can be provided so that what is missing manifests in your life. That is the whole purpose of inquiry. We are in the inquiry right now. The solution, of course, will come in the seminar, as I said before, right? But we are starting the process of inquiry right now. Kahan pe hai, kahan pe missing hai. That's all. That's all.
I got you. So I think I'm really blessed क्योंकि every relation में मेरा love है, with partner, love, romance, intimacy है, लेकिन there is a big but in the relationship. So वो but ये है कि it's the nature probably. So taking it into a lighter aspect, जो मेरी friends होती थी back home who knew me and my husband and everything, they would call him तेरा नाना पाटेकर है तेरी life का. If you have seen that picture of Nana Patekar and Manisha Koirala, so his attitude is like possessive बहुत, like मेरे लिए है. It's not like मैं भी एक human हूँ, मेरे को छोड़ दो भाई. Let me do what I like, what I don't. I have a say.
Okay, Rupa, I will stop you now. All we wanted to know was where it is present, where it is not. So it is fine. So in case you are having that experience in many relationships, great. And in some relationship, it is missing. So what we are actually looking at is, there will be some areas in your life or some relationships in your life where the relationships are absolutely fantastic and it is working the way you want it to work. And there are some areas where the relationships are not working the way you want, or maybe the complete relationship is missing. Get my point?
Yeah.
So the role that you are playing in that particular, the role that you want is actually missing. So you are not able to play that. Okay. For example, if I am a husband, as long as my wife is with me. If my wife is not with me, I am no longer a husband.
Correct.
Correct. So I am longing to play that role of a husband, which is missing in my life. Get my point? So we have to see, first identify what are the roles which are available for you where you are playing right now. And then see that how you can generate this quality of love, romance, and intimacy in every relationship. Slowly we will look into that. But first we have to see relationship है या नहीं है, यानी कि रोल है या नहीं है, और उस रोल में क्या ये तीनों चीजें हैं या नहीं. या तो रोल मिसिंग है या फिर ये क्वालिटीज मिसिंग है उस रोल में. Right? That is the first inquiry that we are going to do. Thank you, Rupa, for sharing that. Let's acknowledge Rupa. Good. Great. So, Sanjeev, you want to add something on that?
No, that's fine. Rupa shared and you have given the first part of it. So you can continue and I'll come back later on.
Great, great.
Yeah.
Anybody else who would like to share? What is opening up?
Yeah, I would also like to share.
Yes, Simi, go ahead. Welcome, by the way. Let's acknowledge Simi ji for being here.
Thank
She's a
you.
guest here, and welcome. Yeah.
So in my life, I'm not a wife currently. So I got divorced about 11 years back. And so that role I'm not playing these days. And with my sons also, the relationship was not doing good. And I have been working a lot on making it, better day by day. And to some extent, I think I have reached some level, but it needs to be done at the earliest. So I want that relationship with my sons to be as normal as any other parent-child could be.
I got that in detail, Simi ji. So perfect. Let's acknowledge Simi ji to share from her life. It
Thank
takes a
you.
lot of courage to share that, and thank you for sharing. Yeah. So that is the first level of inquiry that we are getting into. Are you playing a role? And in that role, what is present and what is missing? So I think everybody is clear on where we need to start the inquiry. Perfect. Yes. Thank you, Geeta ji, for the acknowledgement. And yes, Gunjan, you want to share something? Go ahead.
Yeah, sir. After listening to Simiji, I would like to add on. Even I am divorced from the past 14 years, but I have never felt like being in a relationship after that. I'm happy and contented in that way. Though I got into a relationship after my divorce, but still I'm contented, like without being playing a role of a wife. I feel complete. And after meeting you, after healings and all, I've started healing my relationship. The major problem was with my mother, which is getting healed day by day. And I'm physically भी उनसे verbally भी थोड़ी बात करती हूँ and healing भी करती हूँ. तो थोड़ा सा vibrations change हो रही हैं. That was my major issue, and which is getting healed up. And I have beautiful relationship with my siblings and kids. That's it.
Wonderful, wonderful. So that's a very good point to start. Good inquiry.
Yeah.
When you inquire into your life, that is called Swadhyay. So we're going to do a lot of Swadhyay and see what are the roles that we are playing and how much of quality of relationship is powerful. That's what we are going to look at. Okay, very good. All right. Anybody else who would like to share? Anybody else? Yes, Geeta ji, go ahead.
Yeah, what I was saying is I lost my husband 4 years back. Before that, it was a very, very bad relationship for the last 20 years. So I don't miss that intimacy. I don't have a problem. Like, I'm not looking for romance as such. I'm not even looking for it. So therefore, I'm never disappointed. At the same time, if I talk about love, I love my children. I love people. I love animals. I love anyone and everyone. So my love is not sort of physical as such, but it is more like very sort of an all encompassing. And I think if you are in love with people and things around you, things work out better. So I don't think I'm lacking in anything. You feel that lack only when you are desiring something. So that's what I feel.
Perfect. Geeta ji, thank you. Thank you for your sharing. Wonderful sharing, actually. You touched some very, very fundamental and very profound truths of being that we are going to explore later in the series. Yeah. Okay. Good. Very good. Anybody else who has anything to share? Anybody else who wants to share anything?
Yeah. Shashi Dhar ji,
Yes, Vijay ji, go ahead.
I changed from lab.
You changed. Okay, fine. So are you okay to share now? You want to share something now?
He's again stuck in.
मैं freeze हो गया हूँ या वो freeze हो गए?
वो freeze हो गए हैं अभी.
Okay, fine. That's fine. All right. So we'll move on. Vijay ji, we feel comfortable to share
Hello.
whenever. Yes, sir. हाँ जी.
Okay. Am I clear?
हाँ. We can hear you. Yeah, go ahead.
So I would like to hear more and more, but as far my understanding goes, I have great relationship with everybody. I mean, and whether it is parents or siblings or rest of the family, not just wife and child, but rest of the extended family and my friends and everybody around. So I remember what Sanjeev ji mentioned the other day. It's a reflection actually of your relationship perhaps with your parents. So, and I also wrote that letter, Shashi Dhar ji, which you mentioned, and today it was delivered and I was able to speak to my mom about the letter. So really, I mean, it's really joyful life if the relationships are good. And I mean, when you use three words, love, romance, and intimacy, it becomes very hard for me to understand. For me, there's only one word, love, you know. So that's all I wanted to say.
Okay, perfect, wonderful, great sharing and great action. By the way, I would say. So you wrote a letter and it was received. Also, once they read it, take their feedback. What was the feedback? क्या बताया उन्होंने? बात हुई?
Oh, she enjoyed it and she has kept it on her side.
Okay, great.
And it has been shared by within my close family, to my siblings and to everybody.
Very good. बहुत बढ़िया, sir. That is the action plan, and you see how much lighter you would be feeling at the subconscious level. You have no clue on that. So it is a wonderful activity. Very good.
Sir, I don't know whether I feel light or not. I'm always feeling light. I think it must have given a lot of joy to my mom.
Absolutely.
That is very important.
Absolutely perfect.
For me, that is more important than my own joy.
Absolutely. See, when the connection is perfect, it will be lighting up at both the ends. है ना? तो कनेक्शन ऐसे ही होता है. जब कनेक्शन परफेक्ट हो जाता है तो दोनों तरफ इल्यूमिनेशन होता है. Right?
I
Very
would
good,
also
very good,
like to
Vijay ji.
say, it's just one instant episode.
Yes,
It
Simi ji.
happened very recently. Since I told you that I wanted to heal my relationship with my sons, I had been talking to them, but the message was not going.
Mhm.
But this time I wrote in my own beautiful handwriting that I am writing this letter to both of you to seek forgiveness for whatever I could not devote time to you when you needed me the most. And this is in writing, in my own writing, so that it gets embedded in my mind and your mind also, so that you never forget family first. So these were the
Fantastic.
words which I are now imbibed in myself, and then they responded immediately.
Very good, Simi ji, and that's a wonderful action. In line with what Vijay ji has done, one level ahead, I would say. Yeah, very good. Great.
Thank you.
Let's acknowledge. Wonderful. Yes, Sanjeev, you wanted to share something? Go ahead.
As I hear everyone, as I invoke the through Vijay ji and Rupa, and now everybody is sharing. So I would like to say this, take this moment and let's talk in very plain language ki love ki baat ho kyun rahi hai. Okay, so let's understand love की बात आज हमें इसलिए करना पड़ा because we have heard a lot in this platform earlier. Geeta ji once shared a lot about something and she asked question, and then many of you have been asking some question or the other in different formats. So this topic comes into the picture: love, romance, and intimacy. So I'll say the challenge in our life of these three factors, which is a part of only one word, which is relationship. Love is relationship. Okay, romance is relationship, intimacy is relationship. All the three comes under one head, that is relationship. And the challenge in relationship happens, if I have to differentiate this, I'll use only two words. One, are you in love or are you loving? I want you to really seek inside this. Are you in love or are you loving? Difference in your life will happen only if you can differentiate between these two things. Okay, before I say what is in love and what is loving, because this subject, love, romance, intimacy, is not a subject which can be talked in 10-15 minutes. It needs hours to understand and connect. So my point is, do you understand the difference when I am asking what is being in love and loving, इन दोनों में difference क्या है आपके हिसाब से? Anybody would like to share? Yeah, Geeta, carry on. Geeta, you are on mute
म्यूट
mode.
पे
Sorry. Yeah. So when someone is in love, then they become possessive. It's more about, I should have the privilege of, liking a person. But when you are loving, so loving is very expansive. It does not, I can be loving to a man, a neighbor, a neighbor's child, anyone and everyone, even a beggar on the street, I could be loving. So loving is more like a very, I would say, a divine quality. And I don't have a husband, so intimacy and things that matter. But my relationships with my students, I have about 10,000 students, and I'm very much in love with them, and in a very loving relationship. And they have responded, reciprocated that love in a very nice, warm way. So, like, once you leave them, you don't tease them, and yet after 10, 12 years they're connecting with you. It's only because that they find me a loving person. So when you're a loving person, you overlook a lot of things, a lot of errors. Like, for example, if I talk about myself, I may have so many flaws, but when I am, when I'm loving, so I ignore a lot of things. I only focus on the good things, like I would for my own son. I will not see.
I'll hold you, Geeta, for a minute.
Yeah.
I got your point. I'll get back to you again. Let's go further. Thank you, Geeta, for sharing. Devesh, can we have your point of view? Let's give a round of applause to Geeta for sharing this point. Okay. Yeah, Devesh.
Good evening, Sanjeev ji, and everybody.
Good evening.
Sanjeev ji, my point of view is that love is a state of mind. जहाँ पर कि without any condition, you love everybody around you, because it is a feeling which goes out from your inside, and that is the prime reason to be happy all the time. So it is an unconditional love. So you love your parents, you love your friends, you love your uh, friend circle, you love creatures also, creativity also. You appreciate others person's positive quality. You see the positivity of other people's.
Okay.
And apart from intimacy, and that is a
So I'll
different
hold on, Devesh. I'll hold on, Devesh.
Yeah.
Not going to. My question is differentiate between in love and loving. 2 words only.
Loving in love means कि मैं किसी से प्यार करता हूँ, है ना? That is unconditional. That depends upon my state of mind. And being in love, जो आपने second बताया, that I am expecting from somebody.
I'm not talking in love. I'm talking loving. You
Loving,
spoke very.
Loving means to me is कि I am expecting from other person.
Okay, got it. Got it. Thank you. Let's give Devesh a round of applause. Okay, I would take a last one from Gunjan, because when Geeta ji was saying, Gunjan had a big nodding. So what was she trying to say? I don't know. So Gunjan, I want you to speak. What was you trying to say?
सर, टू बी इन लव, लाइक देवेश सेड, प्यार हम कर रहे हैं ना, तो हमारे पास कोई कंडीशन नहीं होनी चाहिए प्यार करने की। पहली बात तो वी आर इन लव, दैट मीन्स वी हैव टू एक्सेप्ट द पर्सन द वे ही और शी इज।
Okay.
If we are not in love, that means there is no love. Like,
No,
है
no,
ही नहीं ना,
not in love.
it
No.
doesn't.
Gunjan, hold on.
Okay, loving. Okay, loving means. Okay, loving means that आपको सारी दुनिया प्यार कर रही है. You are being loved by everybody. You
Thank
become love.
Thank you. Let's give Gunjan a round of applause. So, like we all heard from everyone, I come to the point directly. This big basic difference between what Vivek ji has also written, Geeta also said, and everybody shared. When you are in love, वहां पर एक बहुत छोटी सी चीज है जिसको बोलते हैं expectation आती है. When you are in love, you want love in return. But when you are loving, you are without expectation. And that's the big difference we have to understand to maintain any relationship, And intimacy is not only into the between husband and wife couples or something. Intimacy is intimate relationship with anyone. Okay, so intimacy is again a big subject. We'll कभी और बात करेंगे. In love, temporary nature का है, और being loving is permanent in nature. And life में जो challenges आते हैं relationship के ऊपर, चाहे love, romance, intimacy की हम किसी की भी बात कर रहे हैं, this is because we are getting in love. And that's the difference we have to create. And while Shashi is talking, Shashi, can I take few more minutes?
Sure.
Okay, right. So when Shashi talks about 3 P's, the first, what I understand, first P of life is about the purpose of life. Purpose of life. Purpose of life क्या है? The basics of life. The basics. First P is purpose. Basics of life 3 है. Only 3. I'll not ask, I'll come to the point. Number 1, health. पहला सुख निरोगी काया. Second is wealth. दूसरा सुख 500 करोड़ की माया. Okay. तीसरा, एक दूसरे के साथ रिश्ता निभाया. 3 basics: health, wealth and relationship. If you see, if you try to understand life में इसके अलावा कोई चौथी चीज नहीं है जिसके लिए हम जीते हैं. इसके ऊपर बाकी सब beyond है. So while we are talking love, romance, intimacy is the part of third aspect, relationship, which I'm talking. Interestingly, these days people are more in love than loving.
Yes.
And why? Just to share my point of view, I'm not giving a judgmental statement. हमारा फोकस इन तीनों में से हेल्थ, वेल्थ और रिलेशनशिप में से एक पे सबसे ज्यादा हो गया आजकल. एंड व्हाट इज दैट? यस, प्रीति जी आपने कुछ बोला लेकिन म्यूट में बोला, समझ में नहीं.
Expectations.
वेल्थ, एब्सोल्युटली. वेल्थ पे इतना है, इन 3 बेसिक्स में से, हेल्थ, वेल्थ, रिलेशनशिप में से वेल्थ पे इतना फोकस बढ़ गया है कि हेल्थ और रिलेशनशिप को हम कॉम्प्रोमाइज कर रहे हैं. एंड यूनिवर्सल लॉ सेज, अभी थोड़ी देर पहले विजय जी ने एक वर्ड भी बोला कि मेरे को एक ही वर्ड समझ में आता है, लव. रिलेशनशिप में इफ वन कैन फोकस ऑन रिलेशनशिप, दैट इज लव, रोमांस, इंटीमेसी, हेल्थ एंड वेल्थ फॉलो करेगी. दिस इज द बेसिक फंडा. एंड उसके लिए इन लव में नहीं होना है, लविंग होना है. दिस इज माय बेसिक, शशि, व्हिच आई वांटेड टू शेयर राइट नाउ. लिव अ पावरफुल लाइफ with great relationship, being loving, health and wealth follow करेंगे. That's what I would like to share right now. Shashi,
Very good,
over to
very good,
you.
Sanjeev. Thank you for your wonderful sharing, and I hope
Sir,
it has opened up many realms for people. Yes. Who would like
yeah,
to share?
sir, can we be in love without any expectations? That is also being loving. One and the same thing.
गुंजन, आपका क्वेश्चन भी है, कैन वी बी इन लव? तो इन लव में
Without,
एक्सपेक्टेशन है, बात है.
अगर नहीं हो तो
जब आप इन लव हो तो एक्सपेक्टेशन है, समझ लो. मोमेंट यू से कैन बी इन लव, that's
no,
expectation.
like it is not actually getting so much clear for me, because if I love
hold on,
somebody, I
hold
don't
on,
expect
hold on,
anything.
Gunjan. Be in that inquiry. अभी inquiry शुरू की है. By the time your
ठीक है.
inquiry is complete, you will be very clear. Okay, just hold on.
Okay.
Yeah. Yes, Preeti ji, you want to share something?
जितना I'm able to differentiate is, I was like in the relationship where I was loving and my husband was in love with me. I was loving and my husband was in love with me.
Okay.
So that
Okay.
created problems which suffocated me. He was in love. I don't say he was not in love. So sometimes being in love creates problems.
Okay, got it. Perfect. All right, let's acknowledge Gunjan ji and Preeti ji. Okay. Okay, जिनको संजीव की बात क्लियरली समझ में आ गई है, that is absolutely wonderful. और जिनको थोड़ी बहुत कंफ्यूजन है, उनको इस तरीके से समझ सकते हो आप. As I explained the 3 domains of existence. Okay. So when you are being loved, I will not say in love or loving, वो छोड़ देते हैं वाला aspect. when you are being love, आपके being में love है, and love is your basic nature, correct? हमारा जो soul का जो primary quality है, that is love. So I am a loveful soul बोलते हैं, yes. So when we are talking of I am a loveful soul, you are saying who I am being is love. Being में अगर love है, that is primary. वो सबसे ज्यादा जरूरी है क्योंकि वो सोल की क्वालिटी है, सोल के एट्रीब्यूट्स हैं. Whenever you are in the doing domain, whenever you are doing something, वो फिर क्या होता है, एक ट्रेडिंग हो जाती है, वहां पे एक्सपेक्टेशंस आ जाती हैं. आई एम डूइंग समथिंग फॉर यू, सो आई वांट समथिंग बैक इन रिटर्न. एक्सपेक्टेशन आ गई यहाँ पे. क्लियर है ये? अगर आप डूइंग डोमेन में कुछ भी कर रहे हो और वहां पे अगर आप अपने एक्सपेक्टेशंस को मिनिमम कर सकते हो और एक्सेप्टेंस लेवल को बढ़ा सकते हो, देन योर बीइंग लव विल कम थ्रू एंड योर हैविंग में आपको ब्लिसफुल रिलेशनशिप के पॉसिबिलिटी निकल सकती है. Am I clear? The being gives you the having, the three domains of existence. Understand it that way. So be love, do whatever you are doing, because whenever you are doing things with love, what will happen? आप जो भी आप कर रहे हो, it will be with compassion, it will be with caring, it will be forgiveness, it will be with gratitude. तो जो भी आप कर रहे हैं, demonstration of love, that will be without expectations and it will be absolutely perfect. Expectation आ जाएगी, your ego has already kicked in, and then you, when you are in love, you fall in love बोलते हैं ना, तो फिर वो fall हो जाएगा. When you are only being love, you will always rise in love. कभी आप fall नहीं करोगे. To understand it that way, it will be much more clearer. Correct? Anyway, be in that inquiry. I'm not giving any final decision right now. I'm just saying be in that inquiry right now. Okay? Perfect. Anybody else who would like to share? Okay, good. So we'll take a little bit more of Gyan right now, okay, before we close the session. So we talked of 3 P's. The first P, as Sanjeev rightly said, is the purpose. And it is not only about relationship, it's not about life, it is about anything and everything in life. Whether it is success, whether it is life, whether it is any goal that you want to achieve, any desire you want to get fulfilled. हमेशा हम क्या पूछते हैं, क्यों करना है? तो पर्पस का मतलब क्या है, क्यों करना है? Why is it required? इसकी जरूरत क्या है? Purpose is the first P. Second P is, you can say, it is the preparation part. The preparation part means basically, how would you say that? Process. The process बाहर की दुनिया के लिए नहीं, अंदर की दुनिया. So what are the preparation and the process? That is the second P. For, जैसे हमने बोला कि क्यों करना है, क्यों करने के बाद है कैसे करना है. What is the preparation? What is required? और फिर थर्ड वाला पी जो है वो है एक्चुअल में जो हम बात कर रहे हैं कि what is the third one, Sanjeev? Practice. So that means doing domain में आ गया, practice कर रहे हैं. Practice का मतलब हुआ आपका how are you demonstrating it. So first the purpose, क्यों करना है. Second the preparation and the process, कैसे करना है. और practice करना क्या है एक्चुअल में. And this is true for anything and everything in life, if you see. So when we are talking of relationship also, and we are talking of the 3 attributes of love, romance and intimacy, first look at क्यों जरूरी है, and then the preparation or the process, कैसे करना है. The entire preparation जो हम being की बात करें, being में आपके invoke करना है ये, and then it will be expressed. And how do you practice it? As a thing which will manifest in your life as a habit. So that is what is the basics of the 3 P's. Making sense? Now when we talk of relationship, another thing that I would like to say is, often we talk of handling the problem. जहाँ पे प्रॉब्लम आ रही है वहाँ पे प्रॉब्लम हैंडल करते हैं. अब तो मैं आपको एक एग्जांपल देके बताता हूँ, अभी मैं एक्चुअल लाइफ में नहीं घुसूंगा. आई विल गिव एन एग्जांपल, राइट. सपोज we all know about the river Ganges. Ganges कहाँ से शुरू होती है? गंगोत्री, right? And then comes down उत्तरकाशी, ऋषिकेश, हरिद्वार. मान लो हरिद्वार में सूखा पड़ रहा है, ठीक है. हरिद्वार में सूखा पानी की प्रॉब्लम हो गई है, गैंजेस में पानी नहीं बह रहा है. और आप टैंकर पे टैंकर लाके हरिद्वार में डालते जाओ। ठीक है, हरिद्वार में अगर आपने प्रोसेसिंग शुरू कर दी इम्प्रूवमेंट की, क्या होगा? थोड़ी देर में हरिद्वार का पानी तो बह जाएगा और नीचे चला जाएगा, हुगली तक चला जाएगा। प्रॉब्लम वहीं की वहीं है, फिर सूखा पड़ रहा है हरिद्वार में। दैट इज हाउ वी आर लिविंग लाइफ, इज कॉल्ड क्विक फिक्स। तो हम लाइफ में क्विक फिक्स ढूंढ रहे हैं। हस्बैंड को फिक्स कर लो, वाइफ को फिक्स कर लो, पार्टनर को फिक्स कर लो, बिजनेस पार्टनर को फिक्स कर लो, सिबलिंग्स को फिक्स कर लो। तो व्हाट आर वी डूइंग? वी आर फाइंडिंग, व्हाट आर वी फाइंडिंग? क्विक फिक्स सॉल्यूशंस। जैसे 2 मिनट्स मैगी नूडल्स। दैट्स हाउ वी आर लुकिंग टू फाइंड द सॉल्यूशंस इन लाइफ। प्रॉब्लम कहाँ है? प्रॉब्लम ये है कि गंगोत्री में बहुत बड़ा एक पहाड़ है या चट्टान है जिसकी वजह से पानी आना बंद हो गया, राइट? तो प्रॉब्लम कहाँ से सॉल्व होगी? हरिद्वार में पानी डालने से सॉल्व हो जाएगी प्रॉब्लम? यस और नो? नहीं हो। कहाँ होगी प्रॉब्लम सॉल्व? गंगोत्री में जाके आपको वहां से पत्थर हटाना है, पानी अपने आप आता रहेगा उसके बाद, नॉन स्टॉप कंटिन्यूस, जो एक्चुअल में गंगा रिवर में हो रहा है, राइट? नाउ दैट इज एग्जैक्टली व्हाट यू आर गोइंग टू डू, लर्न in life, in the seminar. That is what we are going to look at. The source of all your relationships. Stop handling the problems at where they are arising. अपने हस्बैंड वाइफ को, अपने फ्रेंड्स को, अपने रिलेटिव्स को सुधारने में, चेंज करने में अपनी जिंदगी बिता दी हमने। सोल्यूशन मिला आज तक? 25 साल से सुधार रहे हो, मिला कुछ नहीं। लड़ाई हो गई, अलग अलग हो गए, ये हो गया, वो हो गया, सब कुछ हो गया, लेकिन आप वही हैं, वो वही है। प्रॉब्लम सोर्स में है। और सोर्स रिलेशनशिप क्या है और एक्चुअल सोर्स कौन है, दिस इज व्हाट you will inquire into your life, and that is where the solution will arise. So I'm giving you some thoughts to think over and inquire who is the source, or what is the source of your relationship, and who is the most important person in your life. Think. इसका आंसर नहीं है, ये इंक्वायरी है, ठीक है? And that will be the beginning. So I've given you some food for thought. And this is what will be the fundamental basics and the foundation of what we are going to do in the program. Correct? Yes. So anything opening up for people? Anybody who would like to share? क्या खुल रहा है? What is opening up? Rupa, what does that mean? You are on mute.
You tell me, what does that mean?
I have no clue. I said something. You have to tell me what did you understand by that? Okay, think about it. Meanwhile, let me go to others. Anybody else who would like to share?
The source is me, I myself.
Think
have
about.
to
I don't
change
want
my.
answers. I don't want answers. Think about it.
No.
You are in
Okay.
the seminar, right? We
Yeah.
will start looking into this, and in the 11
So I
sessions
have
you
to
will get the
start.
answer.
So I have to start with myself first.
You start thinking first. Inquire into the topic. That is what you need to do, right? And when we start the session on Saturdays, those who are registered in the program, we will continue this discussion and inquiry. And by the end of the 11 sessions, you will be very, very clear what is the source, who is the source, and how are you going to remove that mountain from the Gangotri, and you will find the sweet elixir of divinity flowing through into your life. Yes? All right, very good. Anybody else who would like to share? Rupa, no comments. That's fine. Okay. Right. Anybody else who would like to share?
Shashi, it seems it's थोड़ा heavy हो गया है थोड़ा सा.
थोड़ा heavy हो गया तो okay, over to you. You make it a bit light. Okay, love के ऊपर हमने बहुत बात कर ली, थोड़ा सा romance के ऊपर बात कर ले रहे हैं. हाँ? And of course we will. हाँ. Anything do you want to share?
Nothing. Basically, this tracks a point. Especially, I remember a question long back Geeta shared, and she asked about the question about the extramarital affair, right? And this is what is again the part of the journey about love, romance, and intimacy. And now the question I would like to leave everyone with is extramarital affair right or wrong, good or bad? I'm not commenting anything right now because this is the journey of 11 sessions where we'll understand a lot. But there, the only thing is, think about this thing. Why is it happening? Uska purpose kya hai? And then we will discuss in detail why extramarital affair is good or bad, or even to an extent. Nowadays, a lot of people are asking, sex before marriage, is it good or bad, right or wrong? It's part of love, romance, relationship. So it's about, we'll talk everything. But it says, लेकिन जब हम प्यार की बात करते हैं तो शशि एक ही लाइन याद आती है, प्यार किया नहीं जाता, हो जाता है.
Yes, Sanjeev, I understand that. And
Over to you,
see,
Shashi.
actually, what we think is that, we have no control on when we fall in love or when we rise in love. I normally say, don't say fall in love. I always say rise in love. When you are actually in love, or rather being loved, you will always rise in your consciousness. That is my take on that. So I don't say you fall in love, you always rise in love. Yeah. And just like Sanjeev said, the atmosphere थोड़ा tense हो गया, तो मैं थोड़ा सा एक joke के form में I will cover this topic of romance and intimacy. Yeah, romance basically. So I hope all of you will give me the permission to share the little joke, a naughty joke. Yeah, that's fine. Yeah, good. So this is a conversation happening between a man and a woman. So man proposes to a woman, and the woman is totally, stressed out in life. She says, "Look, I have a family, I have a husband, I have children, and I have a job front where I'm having an affair with my boss. 2 of my colleagues are after me. They've already proposed to me. And now you are coming and telling me that, you are interested in me. What do you think I should do?" He says, "देख ले कहीं पे अगर थोड़ा सा adjust हो जाए." Understand? तो इतना कुछ मैनेज कर रहे हो तो थोड़ा सा और एडजस्ट कर लो, कहीं पे कुछ एडजस्ट हो जाए. So that is being romantic in life. So you never take no for an answer and look for possibilities. The idea is that, you see, when we talk of romance, we are obviously talking of a relationship with a opposite gender. We're talking of attraction, affinity towards the opposite gender. But that doesn't mean that if you don't have a partner, you will not experience romance in life. It is what you are creating from within. So either you will actually experience being with a partner, or you will start visualizing, or you can say fantasizing, or you can imagine, or you can believe, or you can think at in any level you are always thinking of an energy which is attracting you. That is romance. Correct? Of course, we will deal more into it. Gunjan, I will not take any sharing now. Okay. I'm just giving you some thoughts. So I'm just covering the 3 topics, and we're talking of the 3 P's. So love,
Sir, all
romance, and
the all
intimacy. Yeah.
sorry, sir, all the single women here, would you like to have a loving husband or would you like to have a manager?
Hold on. Let me move on with the topic right now. ठीक है? जो खत्म हो गया पूजन, उसमें अटके मत रहो, आगे बढ़ जाओ. Okay. Yes. So what I was saying is basically when we are talking of the 3 topics of, the 3 aspects of love, romance, and intimacy, and we are talking of the 3 P's, need to be very, very clear. It is an inquiry into who you are being. Everything will start at the being level, and then it will come down to the doing, and then it will come to the having. And that is how the whole seminar is also structured, the 11 sessions that we're going to do. And that is where you are going to see the breakthrough results in your life. Yes. Okay. So with this, we are coming to the close of the session. And before I take more sharings, yes, I will take some sharing. But before that, just wanted to share on the seminar, which is starting from 27. So I'm sure many of you have already registered here. Yes. And in the program, and many of you are thinking about it. So think about you can say the impact that this seminar can have, or this program can have in your life. बिकॉज ऐसे ही सेड बिफोर, लाइफ में रिलेशनशिप के अलावा और कुछ नहीं है, और अगर हमारे रिलेशनशिप्स पावरफुल नहीं हैं, then you are actually missing out on life. So experiencing the possibility, I mean creating and fulfilling the possibility of blissful relationships, that is the promise of this program. So how many of you are really looking forward to having an intimate relationship with yourself first and then with others? How many of you are looking forward to a great romance within yourself and then expressing it out to others? How many of you are actually being loved and then radiating that to all the people in your life? That is what is the possibility of this program. Yes. So think about it. And if you feel this program is for you, register into the program. I will be conducting this program along with Sanjeev. Sanjeev will be there for all the sessions. And it's going to be an amazing journey. That's what I can promise you right now. Yes. So now I will take some sharing. So anybody who is ready to register should get in touch with me. We are going to start the program after 2 days. So you should get in touch with the group is already made. People have already registered, and we are already into the into the structure of the program. So anybody who would like to join, get in touch with me, and we will register you. Registration is on. Yes, that is all from my end. Sanjeev, anything you want to share before we take the final sharings?
I think that's perfectly fine. It's very clear. I think everybody got the essence, what is love, what is romance, and what is intimacy. And going deep down, diving into this detailing of this thing, which is what these 11 sessions going to help everyone.
Fantastic. Now I will take the sharing. Who wanted to share? अनिरुद्ध जी, आप कुछ शेयर करना चाह रहे थे? हाँ जी, go ahead.
सर, मैं आज का जो ये टॉपिक के बारे में लव, रोमांस, इंटीमेसी, तो इसके बारे में मैं भी सोच रहा था कि क्या बोलना चाहिए। तो मैंने जो अभी इसके बारे में कि जो ये तीनों चीजें हैं, लव, रोमांस, इंटीमेसी फॉर एनी इंडिविजुअल, मैं अपने एक्सपीरियंस के बेस पे कह रहा हूँ कि ये डिपेंड करता है कि जो रिलेशन, सारी तीनों बातें तीनों रिलेशन से रिलेटेड हैं कि आप जिससे रिलेशन बनाना चाहते हैं, जो अपने हैं, उसमें पेरेंट्स भी आ गए और अपने फ्रेंड्स भी आ गए, सर्कल आ गया, तो हमें अपना लेवल पता होना चाहिए कि हमारा मेंटल और स्पिरिचुअल लेवल क्या है और दूसरे का क्या है। तो अकॉर्डिंगली वी हैव टू एडजस्ट विद अदर पर्सन। अगर किसी का लेवल छोटा है, हम उसको बड़ा समझ लेंगे, तो वो तो बात झगड़ा हो, वो बात नहीं बनेगी। जो जिसका जैसे लेवल है, उसी लेवल पे आकर हमें मिलने की जरूरत है, इकट्ठा होने की जरूरत है, तो उसमें लव, रोमांस, इंटीमेसी सब आ जाए।
ओके, और कुछ?
बस इतना, यही है उसको।
Alright, very good. Yes, Sanjeev.
I think this brings a very important point for all of us to understand कि छोटा और कम ज्यादा या किसमें कितना है। दिस इज अ वेरी गुड इंसाइट जो अभी अनिरुद्ध जी ने बोला, जो हम सेशन में कवर करने वाले हैं कि सामने वाले की कितनी क्या कैपेसिटी, किसका कम ज्यादा है। दिस इज ऑल्सो अ पॉइंट ऑफ व्यू, दिस इज ऑल्सो अ बिलीफ सिस्टम। क्या इसमें सच्चाई है, इसके बारे में भी बहुत इंपॉर्टेंट डिस्कशन करेंगे हम लोग।
नहीं, ये इसमें मेरा एक्सपीरियंस ये है कि इसमें सच्चाई है।
अभी कुछ नहीं,
मैंने
अभी कुछ नहीं, आपने बड़ा अच्छा पॉइंट बोला।
मैं इसका एक्सपीरियंस भी देता हूँ। ऑफिस के अंदर भी मेरे पास जैसे 40 लोग थे, हर एक का लेवल अलग अलग है, तो मुझे हर एक को अलग तरीके से संभालना पड़ता था।
जी, मैं आपको एक मिनट होल्ड कर रहा हूँ। आप जो बोल रहे हो, आपकी बात को गलत नहीं बोल रहे हैं। इसकी रियलिटी रिलेशनशिप में कैसे काम करती है, इसके बारे में हम लोग डिस्कस करेंगे। आपने बड़ा अच्छा पॉइंट बोला जो शायद मैं और शशि हाईलाइट करना मिस कर गए। दैट्स अ वेरी वैलिड पॉइंट, विल टॉक अबाउट दिस।
Sure.
Thank you very much.
Okay. Yes, acknowledge Anuruddh ji. Very good point. Yeah. Anybody else who would like to share anything before we close? Anyone else? Yes, Vijay ji, go ahead.
It's on a lighter note. Take it as a joke. आपने शशिधर जी बोला कि रोमांस इज बिटवीन ऑपोजिट सेक्स। अगर यूएस में कोई प्रोग्राम में देख रहा होगा तो आपके ऊपर जो है केस कर सकता है।
इसीलिए मैंने कहा ना, स्ट्रॉन्ग एफिनिटी और अट्रैक्शन टुवर्ड्स एनी ह्यूमन बीइंग, यू कैन से दैट। जनरलाइज कर दिया,
एक्सेप्टेड।
या बट ह्यूमन बीइंग होने चाहिए, है ना?
हाँ, ठीक है।
या दैट मेक्स सेंस। ओके, गुड, ऑलराइट, आई पॉइंट टेकन। Anybody else who would like to share anything? Okay, good. So with this, we are right dot on time. No, we have not deviated from the timeline today. So it is a wonderful session and a lot of inquiry into the into your own life. So look into your relationships, look into your life, and look into the quality of your relationship, because ultimately, your quality of relationships give you the quality of life. And another important aspect that we're going to cover is communication, because relationships survive on communication. Yes. So that is another aspect that we're going to look very, very deeply and very profoundly into the how are you communicating with different people in your life. That will set up how are your quality of relationships and of course the quality of your life.
What
Right?
will be the timings?
Pardon?
Timings for this
Seminar
upcoming
is
session?
on Saturdays, and it is morning time 10:30 to 11:30, 11 sessions. That means on 11 Saturdays. And there could be a break if there is a festive occasion. I think in that Raksha Bandhan and Janmashtami time, we might have a break. Otherwise, it is going to be always on a Saturday. So 11 continuous Saturdays, 10:30 to 11:30 is the timing. And the energy exchange, it is already mentioned in the post, but I'll just mention that. It is 3,333 per person. So anybody who would like to register, the registration is still on till tomorrow. So you can get in touch with me tomorrow morning and we can close the formalities so that you are in the program. Yes? Good. Anybody else? Last and final call. Anybody who would like to share anything? किसने आज कुछ नहीं बोला है? Anybody who would like to share? Just a second, Geeta ji, I will come to you. But before that, let me check. Simi ji, what is your take on the session? What are you taking away from the session today?
Yeah, some deep thoughts.
Okay, very good. Wonderful.
Food for thought.
Mani ji says thank you. Okay.
Okay, ji, bye.
All right.
Thank you so
So
much.
thank you very much. We close the session now. Oh, sorry, Geeta ji, you have raised your hand. Go ahead. आप म्यूट पे हैं. गीता जी आप म्यूट पे हैं. आप म्यूट पे हैं.
वैसे शशि आज की हाईलाइट रूपा है. रूपा इज इनटू द हाईलाइट बेसिकली टुडे, तो रूपा को जरूर कुछ बोलना चाहिए.
गीता जी, have you raised your hand? You want to share something or not?
गीता जी आप म्यूट हैं.
सुन नहीं रही.
हो नहीं रहा उनसे, उनका
Yeah, can you hear me now?
हाँ, अब बोलिए.
So what I was thinking is intimacy is not only about sexual relationships or interactions. I have some friends I've grown up with, and we are so intimate in the sense like we can talk our heart out without the fear of the other person being judgmental or not liking me. So I think intimacy is all about opening yourself up, being yourself with a person. So that I feel is what intimacy could mean. Romance, I still think, is more like Shashi Kapoor and Hema Malini and stuff like that. But otherwise, I think that could be. But if you talk about romance in the literature sense, there is, you have these romantic novels and all the heroes and all that, where they talk about love for nature, and that's also romance.
Yes. You
So
can say that, but
so
normally
maybe
we associate romance
with human beings.
with some opposite, you can say, energy. With due apologies to Vijay ji and his comments. It has to be an affinity or a strong attraction towards a, you can say, opposite gender or a energy which is attracting you. Affinity, strong affinity towards a human being. I would say that.
But intimacy can be with a friend.
Oh yes,
without
intimacy
any
is
sexual level
ekatmata.
too.
Intimacy is ekatmata,
Yes,
oneness.
yes,
You can
right.
have with the whole universe.
Yes, true.
So we are
Thank
going to look into it, deeply into it. How do you invoke that? See, theoretically we know everything. Theoretically we also know we are gods,
Yeah.
but then it doesn't make sense, right? Because it is not coming into the reality. How do you manifest all
Right.
these belief system into your life? That is when your relationship will become blissful. सिर्फ सोचने से relationship blissful नहीं हो जाती. I know I'm divine, but has that changed the quality of my life? If yes, then it makes sense. Otherwise, it's all theory. Doesn't work. Yeah. So great, good point, Geeta ji. We're going to look deeply
Thank
into this. Yeah. So now we will come to the end of the session. So thank you very much for your participation. I hope this session was a good inquiry, starting of a big inquiry. and we're going to take it on in the session later on. Thank you very much for your participation. Enjoy a great day, enjoy a great week, and see you soon in action. Till then, Brahmasmi. Take care. Good night. Bye-bye.
Thank you. Thank
Good
you.
night. Good night, sir.
Aham Brahmasmi.